Now I start with exercise 4D. In this we will learn about the multiplication of integers. Now before I start with this exercise, let us learn the rules how to multiply the integers. Now first we learned the rules to add and subtract the integers. Now we will learn how to multiply and divide the integers. The rules are different for addition and subtraction and multiplication and division. So in this, while multiplying the integers, again you will get the integers which are both positive, or the integers which are both negative, or the integers in which one is negative and one is positive, or one is positive and one is negative. Now children, the rules are different, so be very careful. So whatever the condition is, whether one is positive or one is negative, or both are positive or both are negative, every time I have to multiply the integers given. 4 3s are 12, 4 3s are 12, 4 3s are 12, and 4 3s are 12. So every time I have to multiply the integers. Now I have to decide the sign of the product, whether the answer will be positive or it will be negative. So that I have to decide now. Now if both the integers are positive, my answer also will be positive. Now if both the integers are negative, now be very careful, if both the integers are negative, my answer will be positive. Two negative integers, if you multiply them, the answer is positive, the product is positive. Now if one is negative and one is positive, we don't look at which integer is bigger or which is smaller. If one of the integer is negative and one is positive, my answer always will be negative. Here as you can see, the bigger number is 4 and the smaller is 3, and here the bigger number is positive and the smaller number is negative. So we don't look at which integer is bigger or which is smaller. If one of the integers is negative and one positive, my answer will always be negative. If one of the integer is positive and the other negative, and if you multiply them, my answer always will be negative. So what we can learn is that if you have to multiply the integers with the same signs, either both of them are positive or both of them are negative, my answer always will be positive. So two negative integers, if you multiply, the answer is positive. But if any of the integers, if one of the integers is negative and one of the integers is positive, my answer always will be negative. And one thing more, like if you are multiplying two negative integers, your answer will be positive. Now if you have, suppose, three negative integers, suppose I have one more negative integers, now this time I have three negative integers, so then my answer will be negative, because this negative and this negative will become positive, and if you multiply this with the rest of the remaining negative. Now I start with exercise 4D. First question is to multiply. Some integers are given and you have to multiply. So in the first one, if you can see, 15 nines are, so 15 nines is 135. Now what about the sign? Because both of the integers are positive, so my answer will be positive. So now 18 by minus 7, so 18 sevens is 126. Now what about the sign? Because one is positive, one is negative, and while explaining the rules I told you, if one of the integers is negative, my answer will be negative. Now 29 11s are 11 nines are 99, 11 twos are 22, 31, 319. Now what about the sign? So one is positive, one is negative, so my answer will be negative. So 57 zeros are. So if you multiply any number with 0, you always get 0, and 0 is neither negative nor positive. Now 12 nines are. 12 nines are is 108. Now what about the sign? Since both the integers are negative, and I told you when you multiply two negative integers, your answer will be positive. So two negative integers, when you multiply, they give you a positive product. Two positive integers, your answer will be positive, and if you multiply two negative integers, then also your answer will be positive. Now again here 746 I have to multiply with 8. So 8 6 are 48, 8 4s are 32, and 4 is 36, 8 7 are 56, 5 9 6 8 is the answer. Now what about the sign? Since both of the integers are negative, so my answer will be positive. So this you remember, if both the integers are of the same sign, either both of them are positive or both of them are negative, my answer will be positive. But if one of the integers is negative and one is positive, my answer always will be negative. Come to the second part. In this, as you can see, three integers are given, you have to multiply them. So you can multiply them in groups, means first you can multiply these two numbers. 3 2s are 6. And what about the sign? Since one of the numbers is negative, so my answer will be negative. Now this you multiply with the number which is left, minus 4. Now 6 4s is 24. Now this also is negative, this also is negative, so my answer will be positive. Negative and negative, two negative integers give you a positive product. Now the second part, you can first multiply these two numbers. 8 3s are 24. So and because one of the numbers is negative, so my answer will be negative 24, and multiply by 5 now. So 25 4s are 120, and again because one of the numbers is negative and one is positive, my answer will be negative. Now the next one, fifth part. So first I will multiply these two numbers. 7 3s is 21, and negative will give me a positive product. So negative and negative becomes positive. Now multiply by the next is minus 6. So 25 multiply by 6 will be 126. Now because one is negative, one is positive, so my answer will be negative. Now I come to the fourth question. In this they are asking you to verify the following. Verify the following means I have to check. What I have to check? You can see the is equal to sign in between, and this I can say this is left hand side and this is right hand side. I have to verify, I have to check whether this left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So what I will do is I will solve first the left hand side and see what answer I get. So when you solve it first, as you know that there are brackets, so we have to solve the brackets first. So 18 into, so inside this bracket you can see it's 9. I have to add to minus 7. So here again you have to remember the rules that you have learned for the addition of integers. If one is positive and one is negative, so I cannot add the integers, but I will subtract. And because 9 is bigger, so when I'll subtract 9, may say 7 is 2, because 9 is bigger, which is positive, so my answer also will be positive. Do you remember? So after solving this, I'll get 2, and 18 2s is 36. So I get 36 on the left hand side. Now while solving the right hand side, you can see 18 into 9. 18 into 9 will be what? 18 9s is 162. So 162, and in between you can see it's a sign of plus, and here it is 18 into minus 7. So 18, if you multiply with 7, you will get 126. And when you multiply 18 and 7, one of the numbers is negative, one of the integers is negative, so my answer will be minus 126. After multiplying these two numbers, my answer will be minus 126, and 18 9 is 162, and both the answers I have to add because in between there is a sign of add. Now 162 I have to add to minus 126. Now again the rules that we have learned for the addition, right? One of the numbers is positive, so one of the numbers is negative, so I cannot add them. It means I have to subtract. So what you will get? 36. And because the positive number is bigger, so my answer will be positive 36. So both the sides, when you solve the left hand side, you get 36. When you solve the right hand side, again you get 36. So both the sides I am getting 36. So it means I have verified, hence verified. So I have verified that both the sides are equal because both the sides I am getting 36. Now I come to the sixth question. In this they have given you some statements and they are asking you whether these are true or false. If I come to the first statement, it's written the product of a positive integer and a negative integer is negative. So during the rules I told you, if the product, suppose in the examples what did I tell? If I take one positive integer and one negative integer, my answer will be 12 and the sign will be negative because one of the integers is negative, so minus 12. So my answer is negative, and this only they have asked. The product of a positive integer and a negative integer is negative. Yes, so this statement is true. In the second one they are saying the product of two negative integers. If I take two negative integers, they are saying the product of two negative integers is a negative integer. Will their answer will be negative? So I said if two negative integers are there, their answer will be positive. If I multiply two negative integers, I will get a positive answer. So it means this statement is false. Now come to the third one. They are saying the product of three negative integers. If I have three negative integers, minus 3 and one more minus 1, if I have three negative integers, they are saying the answer will be a negative integer. Yes, 4 3s are 12, so these two will become positive. But if when you will multiply this positive, answer of this will be positive, so 12. And if you will multiply with minus 1, my answer will be minus 12. So my final answer will be negative. So the statement is true. Now from this we can learn one more thing. I told you that if you have two negative integers, it becomes positive. Answer is positive. If you have three negative integers, the answer will be negative. Now if you have four negative integers, then these two will become positive and these two will become positive. So my answer is positive. So what I can learn from this is that if the number of negative integers is even, if you have two negative integers, or if you have four negative integers, or if you have six negative integers, or eight negative integers, if the number of negative integers are even 2 4 6 8 10 12 like this, then your product means your answer will be positive. But if you have odd number of negative integers, means if you have three negative integers, or if you have five negative integers, or 7 or 9 negative integers, if the number of negative integers is odd, then your answer will be negative. Okay, so this you keep in mind. Now I come to the fourth part of this. They are saying every integer when multiplied with minus 1 give its multiplicative inverse. So before I do this, first of all they have used one word, multiplicative inverse. Now what is multiplicative inverse? Multiplicative inverse is the reciprocal of a number. Suppose I have 4 upon 4 means 4 upon 1. If I change this into a fraction, so what will be the reciprocal? इसका उल्टा क्या होगा? 1 by 4. So this is the multiplicate. 1 by 4 is a multiplicative inverse of 4. If I say the number is 5, what is the multiplicative inverse of 5? It will be 1 by 5. It will be 1 by 5. If suppose you are given a fraction 7 by 8, what will be the multiplicative inverse of this? Means the denominator will become the numerator and the numerator will become the denominator. The reciprocal, the ulta inverse of this, ulta हो जाता है number. 4 becomes 1 by 4. 5 का multiplicative inverse is 1 by 5. 7 by 8 का multiplicative inverse is 8 by 7. Means it becomes the reciprocal of the given number. So when I multiply any number with its multiplicative inverse, I will always get the answer 1. I will always get 1. If I 5 multiply by the reciprocal of it, 5 and 5 gets cancelled, you get 1. 7 by 8, if you multiply it with the inverse of that, 7 and 7, 8 and 8 gets cancelled, answer is 1. So multiplicative inverse means the reciprocal of the given number. Now I come to the fourth part. They are saying every integer. Suppose I take the integer 4 and they are saying every integer when multiplied by minus 1. So when multiplied with minus 1, what you will get? You will get minus 4. 4, if you multiply with minus 1, you will get minus 4. But they are saying every integer, I have taken the integer 4, when multiplied by minus 1 gives its multiplicative inverse. Now is this the multiplicative inverse of 4? I told you what will be the multiplicative inverse of 4. It will be 1 by 4. But according to the statement, they are saying when I multiply any integer with minus 1, I get its multiplicative inverse. No, I am not getting the multiplicative inverse of 4. I am on multiplying this integer with minus 1, I am getting minus 4, and this is not the multiplicative inverse of 4. So this statement is false. Now I come to the 7th question. In this they are asking you to simplify. Now in this you can see that minus 9 is multiplied by 6 and again minus 9 is multiplied by 4, and both the products I have to add. So here I will use one law that is called distributive law. I am going to solve this by using the distributive law. What it says is, like here you can see that minus 9 is multiplied by 6 and minus 9 again is multiplied by 4. So I will take this minus 9 out, minus 9, and multiply it with 6, and in between there is a sign of plus. So 6 plus, and this is 4. So 6 plus 4. So I will bring this together, 6 and 4, 6 plus 4, and minus 9 which is common, I will take it out. So minus 9 I will multiply with 6 plus 4. So first of all I'll add this 6 plus 4, 6 plus 4 is 10. Now I will multiply 10 with 9 and I'll get 90, and because one of the integers is negative, so my answer will be minus 90. So this is how we solve using the distributive law. I'll come to the second part. Again you can see that 8 is multiplied by minus 12, and again 7 is multiplied by minus 12. So what is common? This minus 12 is common. So minus 12 is multiplied by 8 also, and minus 12 is multiplied by 7 also, and both the products I have to add. So using distributive law, how can I solve? The number which is common, like minus 12 is common, I will take it out and multiply it with, what are the remaining numbers left? 8, and because in between it's a sign of plus, 8 plus 7. Now 8 and 7 you add, 8 and 7 is 15, and 15 now you multiply with minus 12. 180, and because one of the numbers is negative, so my answer will be negative. Now if I come to the third part, again 30 is multiplied by minus 22 and 30 again is multiplied by 14. So which is a common number? 30, which is multiplied first to minus 22 and then multiplied to 14, and in between you can see the sign of plus. So using the distributive law, so 30 which is common, I will take it out, and what are the rest of the numbers? Minus 22 and plus 14. So first of all I will add these two numbers. So while adding you can see one is negative, so one is positive, so I cannot add them, so I have to subtract them. 8, and because the bigger number is negative, so my answer will be negative 8. Now when I have solved this. Now when I multiply this, so 240, and because one of the numbers when I multiply is negative, so my answer will be negative. So minus 240 will be the answer.